Hi, Bill Howitt, COVID-19 Mental Health, ComSport of Canada. Still here, still in my apartment, still thinking about all of you. Today is a day where I'm starting to ponder and think about what's happening in our country. I know that we're starting to see an increase in some of the medical claims and the social isolation, and we're having more people starting to contract the virus. What also, not only will this virus have an impact on people's physical health, it's starting to take a toll on people's financial health. I'm very aware that amount of layoffs that are starting to happen this week, which we'll call, they're going to be furloughing people off in thousands of numbers in the hope that the organizations can stay solvent and be able to keep their doors open so they can pass this. And some people might have just lost their job with unsure if they'll be able to come back. So there's going to be all kinds of confusion and stress. And with that level of stress comes concern. And tomorrow I'm going to spend some time talking about job loss and some ideas around what we can do in this uncertain time in a pandemic when you lose your job, things to consider. And we deeply care. What hits me first before having this conversation is the importance of self right now. The importance of every one of us, and using my mnemonics that I've been using is it's really important to me today as I think about this, is that we need to start with the S is self-compassion. What's happening is outside our control. Many of us are really, really hard on ourselves. Some of us that are the main breadwinners, like myself, if we lost our job and we lost our income, we have other people who are responsible for us, and it could become overwhelming. The reality is that we first need to start with ourselves. Is that we can only control what we can control. We didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't the employers not doing anything wrong. No one's asking for this situation. So the big thing is for us to start with is self-compassion. Give ourselves a break and not actually be too hard on ourselves because that will help us stay calm as we can. The next thing is people around us are going to need more empathy. Start telling people, oh, everything's going to be okay, it's going to be fine. That's not what people want to hear when they're under stress. What people want to hear is your mouth closed, your ears open. They just want you to listen and display some genuine empathy. You don't need to have a whole lot of advice right now with people you care about. What you need to do is be able to listen and ask some questions around how you can help them. We seem to, in these times, try to go to problem solving and try to tell people what to do. I'm going to encourage you not to do that. I'm going to encourage you to ask questions, resist the urge to give a whole lot of advice. Just be empathetical and understand through their eyes, their experience, and help them through their eyes come up with ideas, as well as yourself have some empathy for yourself if you're going through a hard time at this point in time with a job loss. Now, the fuel that is amazing and reminded me last night when my daughter sent me a video of my granddaughter. Absolutely love being a grandfather. Much, much easier than being a parent. If I could have skipped the children's stuff, I might have been more successful. But and I love my children, but I really, really, really am pleased with my granddaughter uh, because of the joy she brings to me when I watch her. So my daughter sent me a video of watching her crawl and sit up, and that showed me the power of love. So in the self concept, thinking about the S is self compassion, the E is empathy, and the L is love. Love is a super, super energy. People that you are connected to, your family, your friends, and all of that. It's amazing how many people are reaching out to me and communicating. And it's nice to know that I have as many people in the world that love me. And I think what happens is it's also me putting back energy as well and showing people when we love people, it actually impacts our state. What I'm trying to say is being aware of what you have and the blessings you have can be very, very powerful. And the last thing on the self that I want to think about is how much I really think we need to try to find some fun. thinking about the folks in NASA when they did isolation, and not everybody is going to be out there is isolated right now. I know we have to remember we have essential services, the folks that are going to the factories to make the hand wash, the folks who are going to make the toilet paper. There's folks going out. There's a lot of us that are isolated, and some of us can't be, and organizations are trying to keep their operations open so that our country can stay viable. But while all this is happening, somewhere along the line of what I learned from watching NASA and reading their research is the importance of having some fun. Find some laughters. I mean, it's nice watching the YouTubers coming up with some cool satires. People are sharing on their texts different things that we can laugh and joke at. Intentionally try to take a few minutes to laugh. Amazing when you think about it. When my daughter had open heart surgery when she was just 8 months old, I was amazed going to the cancer floor, the floor below, and watching the children. And Bob Newhart, I remember Bob created these carts where he went around and he created what are called laugh carts and humor carts with people in really challenging situations. Like a lot of us right now, as bad as this is, we're at this point in time, we still have our health, hopefully, many of us, and we're trying to maintain our health. We have a lot of stress and not just concern, very much like someone with cancer who's trying to survive cancer or some other type of condition, taking some time to try to have some fun, allowing ourselves self compassion, giving ourselves some permission to laugh a little bit in this tough time is we're helping to take care of ourselves. When we take care of ourselves, we have the resource and ability to help to take care of other people. Be aware what's happening is there's been a lot of things that have been draining, losing jobs and worried about being isolated. That's draining our battery, draining our battery. One of the things that is great is around the concept around self is self-compassion can help charge your battery. Empathy for other people, when you feel you're helping other people, can be charging your battery. Love and getting affection from other people can charge your battery. And having a few laughs can charge your battery. So pay attention to things that you're doing that can help charge your battery. I'm going to talk more around resiliency. I'm sure as I go through, I'll talk more around coping skills. We're going to be here for a bit. Don't know how long. I'm being optimistic. There's a whole lot of smart people doing all kinds of great things. My coaching to you when you do crisis intervention and crisis management is work with the today available facts. Don't start hallucinating and catastrophizing. We take one day at a time, and we'll be learning. This is agile learning right now. Our government officials are learning. Our provincial officials are learning. Everybody, science is learning. Everything right now is fairly agile. Is we just need to take care of ourselves, our family, our loved ones, and go one day at a time. So thinking about all of you, I don't know if that's really possible, but I think you get my intention. I do care. And I feel privileged to be able to have the opportunity to try to share something with you. And I'm hoping this is helping some of you get a few ideas for you. Hi, Bill Howard here. Hopefully you're finding these videos of some value. If you'd like to share these, on the lower right of your video, there's a icon you can click. You can send it through your social media feeds. Join the Conference Board of Canada social media feed so we can keep you up to date. And if you have ideas, suggestions, please leave your comments so we can consider them. If you have things that you'd like us to speak to or talk to, I certainly will try to do all I can to help out. So with that, have a wonderful day.